Okay, so I got this bouquet of flowers. Somebody was nice enough to give this to me for my birthday, which is coming up. Something like this, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like bouquets, or they end up just cutting and shoving this into a vase. But there's a lot better ways to do stuff like this. So what I'm going to do first is actually just disassemble the entire thing. It's going to help me a lot because I'm going to be able to see exactly what I have and how many of each I have. Got my little flower packet of food. I mean, these flowers aren't fantastic, but they're nice. Oh, it's paper, yeah. This over here. So I'm just gonna clip and see what we've got. So I've got a gerb. Good thing it came with a gerb straw. Another Gerber daisy. I've got a couple Cresspedia Billy balls. Love those. They're so cute. So much fun. I have an idea of what I'm going to do with all this, but I'm not sure yet. Alstroemeria has seen better days, but we can help him. There's another Alstra hiding in here. See, they're a little bit weak, but we can make the best of those. I got some Dianthus barbadensis, which is, I don't know what everybody calls it. Gypsy Dianthus, I guess. Mini Carn, got one of those. I've got myself a green, like a Kermit daisy, button, green. Regular white daisy. Pink coconut. This spray rose. I'm not sure the variety on this one, but it's really pretty color, pink. Has kind of coral tones in it, but there's one gigantic stem of lily in here. Let's see what I can do with that. Another daisy. Another mini carn. Where did I put those? Oh. Another daisy. And another mini spray rose. Another green button. And another Dianthus. So it's a good amount of flowers, actually. I mean, it's one lily stem, so that's kind of tough. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all these up really nicely, get a lot of the foliages off, make sure that there are no damages on any of the petals or anything, and if there are, I'm going to remove those as well. And I'm just going to hydrate everything for a few hours. So I'm going to clean them up, cut them, put them in some nice clean water, get them hydrated, and see how everything is faring, because if it's not going to come back, I don't want to use it because I don't want to disappoint myself. But also, if it does come back, it's going to come back full force, and I want to be able to use them. So let's go. See you in a minute. All right, I got some room temperature water. I'm actually going to use this flower food packet because it is good stuff. It's citric acid, it's biocide, and sugar. I mean, lemonade for flowers. Who doesn't want that? Throw that in. All right. I'll start with the lily. I like to cut with a knife, of course, because I get a good angle and I get the most surface area for the flower to absorb water. That's the only reason. And it's more precision. I mean, you would never cut, like if you're doing surgery on a person or an animal, you would never cut it with scissors, you would cut it with a knife. So it's like a more sanitary and clean cut. Cut these daisies. Mini carn. Obviously. Oh, it might help if I was not blocking my entire face. Cutting these. And I'm separating them so that I can see each thing still. I like these Dianthus, these are cool. Grab a daisy. has a bend in it, but that's okay. I'm gonna cut right above that. I think I waited too long. I got these like yesterday, but I waited like almost 24 hours between the time I got them and the time I put them in water, so they might be a little bit mad at me right now. Alstro. I'm gonna try to put these in here so they're kind of supporting each other because these are very weak right now. But the good thing is with Alstro, I tend to remove all the foliage off of them, so I just have stem and flowers. Some people will not agree with that. That's okay. We all have our way. Buttons. And my Craspedia, which is technically alive, but it's basically a dried flower at this point. All right, that's that. So we're gonna let these sit for a couple hours and absorb and hydrate, and we'll see what we can do with them after. Well, it's Saturday night, dinner's over. It's time to do some flowers. So I have this group of flowers that I got as a gift, and I'm gonna break them down. And what I decided was, instead of making an arrangement, I'm actually gonna take them and put them in a lot of different vessels in my apartment, in my house, and make sure that I really enjoy what they look like as individual flowers. I'm really a stickler for that look. So first thing I wanna do is look at, I'm gonna show you this. Look at how much this lily opened up, and it's only been like 6 or 7 hours since I put them in water. Now, I heard long ago, there was a funny thing that somebody said to me once that I really loved, and it was, if you're gonna take the pollen out of a lily, it's like shaving your eyebrows off, which made me laugh so hard. I love that. So that's like the personality of the flower. The issue is, if you're doing something like a wedding or dealing with linens or fabric, this pollen is a nightmare. So in the house, I don't care. It's going to be fine. If I was going to do something like this with a wedding or whatever, I would definitely do something that was more clean, and I would want to take these out. So you just pluck those out. Try to pluck them out before they change over to the pollen, because they originally come out and they're kind of like these, I don't know, they're kind of like these little spindly, rubbery things. But once they switch over to pollen, they're quite messy. So just be aware of that. So I need my little clipper here. I love these little things. They're called grape shears. So I'm gonna just cut this lily, and I just thought this would be a nice thing, kind of like as a feature in a vase. So I'm just gonna fill this vase. This is another one of my amethyst glass, which I love. And it fits just perfectly in there. And that's just gonna kind of go in this cabinet here. I may take a leaf or two off of that, but I think I'm going to leave it as is. I think that looks nice. The next thing I'm going to do is take my daisies. So I had 3 stems of daisy, really simple. I mean, they're not extravagant and they're not that beautiful as far as like an exotic or a luxurious flower, but they can be really pretty if you do the right thing to them. What I want to do is take this little pretty orange glazed pottery. I think this is Japanese. Really cool. I love this. With the feet. I love these things with little feet on them. And I'm going to put a flower frog in here, this metal type in here. Put a little bit more water in, or some water. This one's empty. And what I want to do with this is I'm going to do like a stacking look. So this one is going to go really low into the vase. And I have to think of this as like a front to back thing. I'm going to do it backwards, so you're looking at it as if I was looking at it from that side. So this is the front. Okay, stable, fine. I don't like this daisy here. I'm going to get rid of this one. It's kind of rumpled and it got smashed. This one is really nice and open and airy. So what I'm going to do is cut here. And just think of this as like a layering thing. Okay. Try not to disrupt what's already going on in here. And the third is just going to go at the top. Let's see, the height has to be correct. I mean, this isn't like, you know, the epitome of high style, but it's a good use of flowers. Here's another thing. Flowers need a lot of air around them. They really like when there's good ventilation. They last longer, especially if you have clean water. So I recommend when you do these kind of arrangements to make sure that you do give them a lot of room, because that room is going to make them last longer. I don't think I like this daisy either. Okay, simple, 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 but fun, effective, easy, nice. I'm gonna put this one down here. I'm asking for trouble on this one because I'm putting it low, which means the cats are gonna have full access. He's already run over there. All right, come on, look out. There's my little boy. Here he is. All right, so this one, I'm going to do, what was I gonna do? Oh, okay, so these little carnations that I got, look how pretty these are. These are called Solomio. I love that name. I got 2 stems of this, so not a lot of product on this one, so small, small, small container. This little piece of marble, and then I did a little flower frog inside, the pin type, the Kenzan. So I'm just gonna fill that with a little bit of water, just above the pins. And take this. And I'm trying to be proportionate, so I don't want this to look like too crammed down in there, and I also don't want it to be too tall. I want it to be proportionate to what size the container is. If it was a dark container, it would have a little bit more weight look to it, but it's lighter. It's white, it's almost white, it's like a pinky white, so I think it's like a rosy quartz, maybe, if you want to go that route. And we're gonna just do this. Really, really simple and clean. All right, I know this is not extravagant or exotic, but it's simple and it works. And actually, you know what's cute is I'm gonna take these little daisies that I cut off, and I'm gonna tuck those down at the bottom to give it a little bit of balance and weight down there. We don't want them like, here's the issue with daisies, this. They look like eyeballs if you put them next to each other, but if you put them next to each other at different heights, you get a more natural look. It's a simple design technique, but it works really, really well, and it's extremely effective. All right, so that little guy there and here. So just really cute, keep those daisies tight. These are maybe a little bit too tall for my liking, but it's fine. When I change the water, maybe I'll change that up later. Okay. This is so pretty. Little custard glass shaker for like salt or whatever. I'm just gonna take the lid off, fill this with some water. This doesn't need a ton because I'm just doing a couple stems in here. And the fun thing about these is like, you have containers in your house that you like, you enjoy them, you have them in your home. My thing is, I have these things in my house. Why am I not using them? Use them, enjoy them. I'm gonna cut the flowers off. These have nice long breaks on them. Look at the stem length on these single flowers. I'm gonna do this. Not all of them. I do want to leave a few at the top because I do want some stem length on this one. Do this one as well. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Possibly put the Cresspedia in with those daisies, but I might change that too. This is the fun thing about floral. You do what you want to, and there's no rules. Everybody wants to tell you about the rules of design and ikebana and all these crazy things. It's fine, you can follow those rules, but if you want to just have fun with flowers, just have fun with flowers. Let's see here. A little bit of this. I'm just cleaning off the little leaves at the stem because I do not want leaves in the water. That will just allow for rot, and we don't want that. We want these to last as long as possible. I mean, I'm pretty good at this as far as keeping flowers long lasting. And normally, I mean, at the point, I throw flowers away before they're even, I mean, that sounds like blasphemy, but and honestly, it's like, do I really want to see green buttons in my house all day for 25 days in a row? Not really. So once they start to change over a little bit, I'm like, I'm out. Bye-bye. So that's fun. Look at that. This is cute. Couple more stems. I did leave one stem intact so that it would give me a little bit of height on here, but you don't need tons. And you can actually, because of the way this is shaped, you can kind of come out to the sides a little bit and give yourself a little bit of volume if you have the patience. All right. There we go. Cute. Just a little something, right? Pretty, nice flowers. You can really see every one of them, and they're just interesting. I mean, it's not like, oh, high style, but it's pretty, and it will last a super long time, and you can decorate your bathroom with that, or kitchen. All right, now I want to do, actually, let me do this quick. I'm going to take this daisy one I did. I'm going to put these Cresspedia in here. I think that'll be nice. Keep them a little bit low. They're going to be tough because they're so heavy-headed and thin-stemmed, but we're going to make it work. Remember, balancing with a little bit of finesse, if I can finesse it the way I want to, of course. Just keep an eye on that flower frog. That's too tall. Try that again. Okay, that's nice. I have one more. See if I can go really tall on this one. I can go right down in between these flowers. Give myself a little. This cat, he is right here, watching every move. Okay, that's not quite where I want it. There we go. Come on. Oh, it keeps tilting over. I'm gonna have to fuss with this for too long to show in the video. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. That's cute. All right, that's a little bit better. A little bit more balanced, a little bit more you know, not just a column of daisies, but it has a little bit of a new element to it. Okay, enough. Next one. Oh, I just, you know, Gerber daisy, there's a lot to be said for these because they are so long lasting. And the way that you get them to be long lasting is you cut them short and you float them in water. Let's see, this is nice. Oh, black amethyst, of course, my favorite. Just do a little water. And cut. Everybody, you know, shrieks when I cut flowers this short. But if you put them in water like this, I mean, it just looks so pretty and it's just kind of bobbing around in there on its free will. I love that. And this will last 2 weeks, no problem. That's the great thing about short stem flowers. All right, this Alstroemeria. I love these little Fenton glass bowls. Let's do these guys. I could probably do a little flower frog in here. Now normally what I like to do, actually I'm going to grab one, hold on. Okay. So I have this little frog. It's like a black dish with a little frog inside of it. I'm going to drop this in here. Fill that with water. There's not enough water in there. I'm going to get this one. All right. Alstroe. Normally I take all the petals off. I don't like, or I'm sorry, I said petals. I meant to say leaves. I take all the leaves off. I just think when you look at Alstroemeria, I want to see the flowers. I don't want to see leaves disrupting that whole thing. So I'm going to just cut these really short. Cut them in here. And again, these are going to go like on a little side table over here. So they don't really have to be 3-sided or 4-sided. I can just do them like facing forward. And I think that's a nice way to just do them so that it's simple, but it works, right? Have them sort of facing the right way together. And then once they open, they'll kind of be facing out, which is great. I mean, again, really, really simple designing, but fun. You know what? Let's put this little barbadensis in here. Do a little stem really short. And that actually will help me cover up my mechanics. God forbid, we have mechanics showing. I mean, I'm a stickler for it, but really, like, you're making something for your house. Okay, just something. Has a little bit of greenery in the bottom. These will open up, these will open up. You get quite a big arrangement out of this. Literally 4 stems of flowers. And then I have these beautiful spray roses, which I haven't even thought about what I'm going to do with those. I mean, they're so pretty just by themselves. I think that's the kind of thing I want to do like in a bottle. I think that's a really nice look. So let's just fill this guy up here. You know what? I might just put him in my little gin bottle. I like that. Look how nice and full they are. Oh, they're so pretty. Get a good height on them. I do like to use scissors. I'm using clippers. I'm cheating. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Actually, the band looks kind of like it matches up. It's so funny. The band label. All right. So, you know what? Next time you get flowers and you don't know what to do with them, take a look around your house, see what kind of little containers you have. Put them all in everything that you have. Don't make a big deal about it. And whatever you do, do not shove them into one vase sort of haphazardly or with force. Let them breathe, give them room, and treat them nicely, and they'll treat you nicely right back. That's it. Till next time, Horticulture Chris.